I'm Prashant from Asianet News. Can you give more details on this Nimisha Priya's case in Yemen? How the sentence was differed? There is a report that a cleric from Kerala named Sri Kantapuram Musaliar had a big role in this to play. So what is the reaction of MEA on this?
Ayushi?
So this is Ayushi Agrawal from ANI. I would like to have your comment on the recent statement made by NATO chief saying that countries buying Russian oil and gas could face secondary sanctions, and where he named India too. We have seen similar comments coming from US senators also, where they have said that countries could face economic sanctions if they continue trading with India. What is India's position on those comments?
So good afternoon, Keshav from the Print. Just my first question, sir, is on Afghanistan. We've been giving medical visas to Afghan nationals. It's been about 2 months. Can you give us some details on how many visas have been issued to Afghan citizens? Some details on this. And addendum to that question is also on Bangladesh. Could you give us a sense on the medical visa situation and the numbers of Bangladeshi citizens we've been giving medical visas to in the last couple of months? Thank you, sir.
Jessica?
So last month, we also heard from Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov talk about RIC, and Russia has been pushing, to restart the Russia-India-China trilateral mechanism. Any chances of its revival, and what is the current status?
Okay. Elena?
Actually, yes. Good afternoon, Elena, TASS News Agency. My question is also on this trilateral dialogue, RIC. What is India's position on this format, trilateral format, and has Minister Jai Shankar, during his engagements in Beijing, the latest one, discussed the resumption of this trilateral dialogue? And if you allow me a quick question, I think a lot of colleagues interested to get the answer on it. When can we expect Russian-Indian summit? Like for now, I know you may say like we let you know in due time, but approximately like.
You're asking both the question and the answer.
In what quarter of the year? Like half of the year already gone? Like quarter, the last quarter, please.
Thanks. Thank you. So let me take these questions and then we come back. First on Nimisha Priya case. You all have been following this very closely. This is a very sensitive matter, and the Government of India has been offering all possible assistance in the case. We have provided legal assistance and also appointed a lawyer to assist the family. We have also arranged for regular consular visits by a family, and we are also in touch with local authorities as also the family members to resolve this issue. This included concerted efforts in recent few days to seek more time for the family of Miss Nimisha Priya to reach a mutually agreeable solution with the other party. The local authorities in Yemen have postponed carrying out her sentence that was scheduled for 16 July that you're well aware of. We continue to closely follow the matter and render all possible assistance in the case. We are also in touch with some friendly governments in this regard. The other part of your question was as far as the role of the entity that you mentioned. I have no information to share on this account. Ayushi, your question regarding NATO chief's articulation. We have seen reports on the subject and are closely following the developments. Let me reiterate, and I've said this in the past as well, securing energy needs of our people is understandably an overriding priority for us. In this endeavor, we are guided by what is there on offer in the markets, as also by the prevailing global circumstances. We would particularly caution against any double standards on the matter. Keshav, on visas for Afghanistan, I think beginning April we started a new visa module. There are 6 categories of visas now which people can apply for. Those details are available on the website. As far as how many visas that we've issued so far, I don't have the exact number, but I'll be happy to share with you next time when we meet. Similarly, with Bangladesh, we have been issuing visas to Bangladesh for various reasons, for various travels, medical emergency included, students, so on and so forth. We are issuing substantial visas. Exact number on that, I'll have to come back to you. Jessica, on RIC, and Elena, your question also on Russia, India, China format. Look, this format, this consultative format is a mechanism where the 3 countries come and discuss global issues and regional issues of interest to them. As to when this particular RIC format meeting is going to be held, it is something that will be worked out among the 3 countries in a mutually convenient manner, and we'll let you know if as and when that happens at an appropriate time when the meeting is to take place. Elena, your question regarding India-Russia summit. Yes, India-Russia summit is important. Last annual summit was held in Moscow. It is time for us to host the summit in Delhi, and the dates will be worked out between both sides in keeping in mind what is mutually convenient to both countries. Can we go ahead? Siddhant?
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Beyond. Sir, we saw the EM's visit to China. Now, essentially 2 parts. One on the rare earth issue. Is there a resolution in sight? The second, of course, will the Prime Minister travel to China for the SCO summit?
Rishabh?
Good evening, sir. Rishabh from Times Now. Sir, yesterday in Bangladesh, in Gopalganj, there was violence, and one could see in the visuals that how the Bangladeshi army and police forces opened fire on the supporters of Awami League. Awami League say that it was because Bangabandhu was being abused by the Citizens Party members. So, any take on that, given that there have been a statement that has come in from Sheikh Hasina as well? Also, sir, after your statement on the Satyajit Ray ancestral house, now Bangladesh has taken a U-turn saying that that building never belonged to Satyajit Ray's family.
Okay, Ayanksha.
So it's been about a year. Next month is going to be anniversary of the first interim government in Bangladesh. So what is the update on our HICDPs, our High Impact Development Program there? And secondly, Sir, Prime Minister recently held a maiden visit in Namibia, and there was a discussions on diamond trading, direct diamond trading, which conventionally happening via either London or Dubai. So is there any update as well?
Okay.
Hello, sir. I'm Ashwin Ahmed from Free Press Journal. So I have 2 quick questions. President Trump had, added to this where he talked about 100% secondary tariffs at the White House briefing. So I wanted to know, and he has also talked about the fact that, we are going to have, is there any discussions with India going on this front? And also he had talked about a trade deal that is happening with India. So can you give us any details on that? Is there a US delegation coming? Thank you.
Uma.
So I'm Huma Siddiqui from Stat News Global. I have 2 questions. One is, there have been reports that a lot of Indians have been deported since in the last 2-3 weeks. So would you have any number on the deportees? And
Deportees from where?
From the US. And also, would you know when is the India-Africa summit expected to take place?
Okay, Siddhant, regarding your question on first on rare earths, you see, we had a meeting of our external affairs minister with the foreign minister of China. Post that, we have issued a press release. The press release also talks about several of the issues that you mentioned. Just want to let you know the concerns of Indian industry are a matter of public report. You would have seen the press release issued by Ministry of External Affairs post the meeting. I have nothing further to add at this point in time on this, on the question that you asked. On the visit of on the SCO leaders level meeting, the SCO meeting is some months away. So these are participation by countries are finalized as per the mutual convenience, and we'll let you know at the appropriate time. Rishabh, on your question regarding Gopalganj, see, we follow all developments in our region closely and take cognizance of what's happening there. And accordingly, we take action if required on our side. Regarding Satyajit Ray's building, yes, we have seen a press release issued by the Bangladesh Foreign Ministry. Ayanksha, on Bangladesh, you know our position. We want a positive and constructive partnership with that country. We've had engagements at the leaders level. We'll also had a foreign secretary visiting Bangladesh. We've had meetings between our external affairs minister and his counterpart. And, there are several areas of cooperation between the two countries that are ongoing, including development partnership. So that is the context in which you must look at how we want to approach India-Bangladesh ties. On Namibia, Namibia is an important trading partner as far as diamond is concerned for India. We have several diamond companies who are active in Namibia, and we have been exporting from there. Diamonds are being exported from Namibia to India. We are active. We are also active in several other parts of the mining industry in Namibia. Hopefully, in the days to come, we'll do more with Namibia on this account. As far as direct trade, I'm not too sure. These in today's global environment, global trade flows are very complex because of supply chains and the kind of value that is added in different ways. So on direct trade, some of it must be happening directly, some of it via other stations. Ashwin, your question regarding trade. See, this is a matter which is under discussion between the two sides, and as when we have something to share, something is finalized, you will hear it, and we'll also let you know. Can we go ahead? Oh, sorry, Huma. Since 20th of January this year till yesterday, we have some 1,563 Indian nationals have been deported from the United States so far. Most of these Indian nationals have come via commercial flights. So that is the update, and we, as and when we receive list of people who are to be deported, we confirm their nationality, and once only where their nationality is confirmed, as you know, then we do the documentation part, and thereafter they are sent back to India. But yes, people have been coming in batches, in commercial flights. The last week also we had people who came back. The overall number is 1,563 so far. So in the last 6 months, you can say that's 1,563 people have come back. On India-Africa Summit, we don't have a date as yet. We are in discussion with the African Union Commission. So hopefully, as and when we have a concrete proposal or concrete suggestion from their side, which is mutually agreeable, we'll let you know. Ajay?
Sir, good evening. I'm Ajay Banerjee, work with the Tribune. Sir, I seek a clarification from you. President Donald Trump yesterday said that India is about to give access to us, the US, like Indonesia gave access to the US to its markets. I'm referring to the trade deal. Sir, will Trump's words with regards to the trade deal and also Trump's words with regarding to imposition of additional tariffs on Russian oil, will they impact the Indian-US trade talks, especially the Russian oil with 100% tariffs? We may have to back out from the buying Russian oil. Are we foreseeing that scenario?
Kalol?
Kalol from the Hindu, sir. Sir, when you refer to the local authorities in the Nimisha Priya case, who do you refer to? Are you referring to the Houthis? And does it mean that India is in contact with and dialogue with the Houthis? And is there a change in India's policy towards the Houthis?
Rashdi?
I know you responded on the NATO chief's comments, but this is about the fact that the US Congress seems to be going ahead with its 500% sanctions, what's called the Russia Sanctions Act. This despite the fact that External Affairs Minister was in Washington. He said India's concerns had been conveyed to the United States, to Lindsey Graham in particular. What is this really? Is India going to take this up further on a diplomatic level, some kind of protest that the US continues with this sanctions bill despite the concerns we've expressed? And also, I think for the 20th time, Mr. Trump has repeated his statement about the ceasefire and also on mediating on the basis of trade to avert a nuclear war. Is there any hope that his comments can be amended in any way?
Shivam?
Thank you, sir. This is Shivam Patel from Reuters News. I have a query on India-China ties. It's more of a general sort of, I just wanted to seek your view in the sense that Foreign Minister Jaishankar was there recently, and we've seen some developments over the last couple of weeks from the Chinese embassy spokesperson who labeled the Tibet issue as a thorn between India and China. And also the deputy chief of the Indian Army saying that China provided life support to Pakistan during the MEA conflict. When Foreign Minister went to China, did he sort of discuss? Did these issues come up in discussions at all? And in light of these sort of developments, how do we what is the trajectory that we're taking with China? Thank you.
Okay. Too many hands today. Please.
Just a follow-up question on India-China relations. You mentioned about the issue of rare earths and other trade issues. Could you delve a bit more deeper into the specifics of the conversation between the Indian and Chinese side on the export controls that have been brought in by China on not just rare earths but on specialty fertilizers, and now there's this Foxconn labor issue that's also pending. And secondly, sir, your comments on Donald Trump stating that a deal with India is coming soon in light of the extension that's been given by the United States to its trading partners till August 1. Are we looking at any specific timeline?
Okay. So, Ajay on BTA, and I'm also clubbing everybody else who've asked question on BTA. See, these are negotiations which are on. Both sides are in touch with each other and they are trying to iron out issues. So you will, once we have a conclusion of the agreement, we will obviously make it public for all of you. On the question of Russian oil, etc., we are closely following developments that are in this regard and the articulations that are being made. Kalol, your question regarding local authorities. Well, local authorities in that part of the country. What I mean is local authorities. Suhasini, I've already answered your question on NATO chief. US, we are closely following all these developments. That is how I would answer your question. On the ceasefire, we have made our position very clear on several occasions. Shivam, on India-China talks, we have had a detailed press release. I would refer you to please look at the press release. We talk about several issues there, connectivity, people-to-people ties. We also talked about the trajectory that you mentioned. We talk about a positive trajectory, and that the two sides took note of the recent progress made to stabilize and rebuild ties. So once again, I will, all the issues that you want to know are detailed, well detailed in the press release. I would refer you to that. Sumita, again, India-China issues, including trade issues, they are mentioned in the press release, and I also, while answering Siddharth's question, I made it clear that I would like to repeat it again for your clarity. The concerns of Indian industry are a matter of public record. You would have seen the press release issued by MEA after the meeting, and I have nothing further to add to it at this point in time. Okay.
I'm Orunim Bhuya from ETV Bharat. Myanmar and Russia are discussing a new economic corridor via India. The idea is to connect Russia with Yangon port via Mumbai port. This came up during a meeting between Myanmar Transport Minister Mia No and Alexander Setrov, head of the Ross Congress Investment Fund. What is India's position on this?
Okay. Neeraj.
सर, नीरज हूँ न्यूज़ 18 इंडिया से। भारत में अमेरिकी दूतावास ने कल एक एडवाइजरी जारी की है जिसमें लिखा है कि जो हमला, चोरी और सेंधमारी में फंसते हैं उनके वीज़ा को कैंसिल भी किया जा सकता है या भविष्य में नहीं दिया जा सकता। ये एडवाइजरी कथित तौर पे उस महिला की हिरासत में लिए जाने के बाद आया है जिसे अमेरिका में पकड़ा गया चोरी के आरोप में। कैसे देख रहे हैं?
ओके। चंद्रकला।
Chandrakala this side from the Republic TV. Sir, just wanted to have your comment regarding the arrest of Indian national in US as far as child porn in US is concerned, and this has triggered row in Punjab basically. Just wanted to have your comment on this. How do you see this?
Okay.
Alexander, with the Russian press. 10 days ago, we had a very successful BRICS summit in Brazil, and we have all seen very impressive Prime Minister Modi's participation in the summit. But we have also heard, in conjunction with this summit, some threats coming from the White House, specifically about imposing 10% tariff against BRICS countries. I was wondering, what is your position on this? Does India have any position on these particular threats? Thank you.
Krishna Mohan.
सर, कृष्ण मोहन शर्मा, भारत एक्सप्रेस से। प्रधानमंत्री की निकट में कोई लंदन में यात्रा हो रही है और उसका मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या है और कितने बायलैटरल्स वहाँ पे एक्सपेक्टेड हैं सर?
ठीक है। फर्स्ट टू अ फ्रेंड from ETV Bharat. See, as far as regional cooperation is concerned, we do give a lot of value and importance to connectivity issues and connectivity projects. So that is how we will look at, all such proposals. It is also important to see the feasibility of it, but, largely we support connectivity. Neeraj, देखिए, किसी भी देश में कोई आदमी रहे, चाहे वहाँ के नागरिक हो चाहे बाहर के नागरिक हो, ये उन पर उनकी एक जिम्मेदारी होती है कि वहाँ कानून व्यवस्था का पालन किया जाए। तो जो आपका सवाल था उसमें मैं यही कहूँगा कि जो भी हमारे लोग बाहर जाते हैं उनसे हम लोग का हमेशा आग्रह रहता है कि उस देश की कानून व्यवस्था का आप पालन करें और उस देश में, ताकि आपका एक अच्छा सा बेहतर छवि बने और आपके माध्यम से देश की अच्छी छवि बने। Chandrakala, again, Indian national arrest, these are matters of law and order. Authorities, local authorities will look into it. But yes, it would be our endeavor to tell our Indian nationals who are going abroad that they should abide by local law and local guidelines, local laws and local regulations. Alexander, on BRICS summit, we had a highly successful BRICS summit. You would have seen the joint statement. In the joint statement, there are several aspects which have been fleshed out, which strengthen the BRICS platform. But having said that, let me tell you that de-dollarization is not something which is on the agenda. And we, cross-border payments, yes, BRICS have talked about local currencies, but de-dollarization is not something that is there on the agenda. कृष्ण मोहन, लंदन के बारे में देखिए, लंदन यात्रा के बारे में जानकारी उपयुक्त समय पर आपको बताई जाएगी. One last round, Megha.
Good afternoon, sir. Megha from NewsX. My first question about the Syria conflict and the airstrikes by Israel. Russia and China have condemned the Israeli strikes. What is India's official stance? And there are a couple of reports that have been released a few hours ago by Wall Street Journal and Reuters. This is about the Air India crash probe. Now, the basis of their reports and conclusions that they've drawn is that there was human error. It was the captain of the aircraft that was responsible for the crash. And they seem to be very flimsy reasoning that they have given. Is there a response that the government of India is going to make?
Okay, Vishal.
सर, मैं विशाल पांडे हूँ एबीपी न्यूज़ से. क्या मालदीव की तरफ से अपने इंडिपेंडेंस डे के लिए भारत को न्योता भेजा गया और प्रधानमंत्री का मालदीव दौरा क्या होने वाला है?
गौतम.
Gautam Lahiri, sir, this is about Hello, sir, this is Gautam Lahiri. This is about Bangladesh election. As India has been reiterating, there should be a credible and democratic, peaceful, all-inclusive elections. Now the chief executive of the Bangladesh and one major political party come to an agreement. Elections should be held early February or early next year. So what is the comment? Do you think that it's a good sign for a Bangladesh democracy?
Raghavendra.
This is Raghavendra Varma from German television ZDF. So this question is regarding India-EU FTA, Free Trade Agreement, and in light of the NATO chief's comment, so many of the NATO countries are EU members, and is the new comment is of any significance to the EU-India trade deal? And so do you see that going ahead as we have planned by the end of this year?
Okay. Manas.
This is Manas from PTI. So recently, a delegation of Canadian officials, including a junior minister, had visited India and held talks with officials in the MEA. So this was the first visit, I think publicly acknowledged, a visit after Prime Minister's visit to Canada. So can you just throw some light? And in responding to questions about Nimisha Priya, you also mentioned that India is in touch with certain friendly countries. So would you like to name the countries with whom we are in touch? Thanks.
Okay. Last question, Siddhant.
Thank you, sir. I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. Sir, last we were told that there are 16 Indians missing in Russia, and we had two bilateral meetings with Russia, one on the sidelines of BRICS and one during the SCO foreign ministers meet. Did we raise that issue? Any update on that? Thank you.
So, Megha, first to your questions, we are closely following developments in in Syria. As far as we are concerned, we want peace and stability to return to the country as soon as possible. On Air India crash, you'll have to wait for the concerned Government of India authority to make the report public. It is too premature for all of us to talk about what's in it, what's not in it. So we'll have to wait for the final report to come out. विशाल, मालदीव दौरे के बारे में आपको बताया जाएगा. मैं इस समय मैं इससे ज़्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ. थोड़ा कभी सब्र भी रखिए. We had a question from Gautam. Look, on elections in Bangladesh, you know our point of view. We've said that as a democracy we would welcome holding of elections that is that is inclusive and includes everybody in its fold. Raghavendra, on the two questions are not related, but on India-EU FTA, what I can tell you is that the talks are progressing very well. The last round, that is the 12th round, happened in Brussels from 7th to 11th of July, and the next round of talks are scheduled to be held in September in New Delhi. As the leaders promised, it was reaffirmed when we had the visit of EU College of Commissioners. Both leaders, both sides want that this FTA be concluded within this year. So it is progressing well, there is good momentum, and that is how, and we would like to see a positive outcome of it. Manas, on Canadian officials, we had the meeting at the Prime Minister level in Kananaskis, where both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to the importance of India-Canada ties and to rebuild these ties. We are working, both sides are now working towards it. We are also working to get high commissioners deployed in the two capitals. So we are positive about the movement in India-Canada ties. On, you also had another question regarding? Friendly countries, yes, there are several friendly countries with whom we are in touch with in regard to Nimisha Priya case. Siddhant, on the 16 missing Indians in Russia, we are in regular touch with the Russian authorities, both here in New Delhi as also in Moscow, and we have been taking up this matter so that there could be a closure to the issue. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence.